Who's first? Make a bunny.
Twyla. Okay, it is an exciting day today of ultrasounds. Come over here, you can have a treat. This week is fun because we get to ultrasound 3 goats and count on 2 of them. So Twyla here, she was bred, I AI'd her to count in orders, okay? And we confirmed that she was pregnant last week, and now we're gonna count them. And the battery's gonna die, just like I predicted.
Yes.
Okay, so this is all gonna be all about like making sure she's still pregnant and seeing how many we got. We don't have Lydia today. We have Kevin, but he's pretty good.
Who's almost not nearly as good as Lydia.
Your leg over.
Mainly, I just hold the goat. That's my job.
Yay, still pregnant. Still pregnant. Okay, let me see if I can get a really good view.
Okay.
Ooh, guys. I see 2 at least, possibly 3.
Yeah, possibly 3.
1, 2, 3. Maybe a 4th?
No
You think
way.
she has 4?
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Maybe.
This one of those is a bladder or something.
No, they're all small. Okay. Good job, Twyla.
Twyla, you.
Wow, that's exciting that AI worked. Okay, so let's switch her out for River. Let's do River next. Come on, River. Using the very last bit of this. Come on, River. Come have a treat. Okay, River was bred to Pokey because I only got bucklings last year and I really want doelings.
She only had boys last year. She was so...
Who's being Bucky out there? Must be Radar. Okay, with hers, they're all tightly together right there. I mean, I also see 4, but
that would be good.
that'd be crazy if we could get 4 out of her.
River, we'll give you a cookie.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'd really like 4 from River, but I say we probably, oh, it's real hard to see on her. At least 2, if not 3. There's Radar out. Who is he talking to?
I don't know, but Radar.
Let's go. Let's see. Let's see.
A good talker.
Who's he talking to? Wednesday? I don't think Wednesday wants you to talk to her like that.
I think that's not talking, that's singing a song. That's a whole melody of romanticism.
That's such a pretty song, Radar. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that she's pregnant.
She's been acting weird.
She has been acting a little bit weird.
Like she doesn't even want to come get treats. That's her favorite thing.
So funny how he's singing to her back there. Reason why I think Violet isn't pregnant is because I think that she had a heat like a week ago. I think it was. So it was a light one, but I think she had it. So let's just check. She was also AI'd.
She's just been acting so weird.
Yeah, she's been acting weird, which made me think, oh, maybe she's pregnant, maybe she's... Yeah, I'm thinking that she is not pregnant.
Violet.
Which I suspected that she wasn't, but oh well. All right, so when I did the AI on Violet, I chose to put a straw in sort of early against what you're supposed to do, because I thought that maybe she was ovulating early since her mucus started to change, and I kind of figured, okay, well, if it doesn't work out, then I know to not do it that early, or to, I guess, like do a second straw later just to cover it a little bit better. So now I've learned my lesson. I think what I'll do with future AIs is if I feel like I need to do one early because maybe the cervical mucus is changing, I'll do one early and then I'll do a second one later. So now we got to figure out what we're gonna do with all the rest of the girls. So Kevin and I are gonna think on that, and at the end of this video, we're gonna go over our plans for the rest of the girls. What if you could get all the benefits of sourdough without all the hard work? Or what if you could get bread waiting for you in the freezer, ready to cook, and have it taste just as fresh as if you made it yourself? So there is this really cool company called Wild Grain, and they make these bread subscription boxes that they're the first of their kind, actually. They send you a box full of fresh breads, pastries, and pastas. They're all frozen. You put them right in your freezer until you need to make something. It was super helpful to have Wild Grain waiting for me in the freezer for this week's big event, because I was able to whip up some apple cider donuts and some pumpkin cinnamon biscuits that made the house smell like fall, even though it's not quite fall yet here. And it was the perfect thing to serve up to a crowd. When you get a box, you'll be supporting bakeries from all across the country, small businesses who have made some of the best bread products out there, and then you'll just build your box based off your individual needs. They even have things like plant-based or gluten-free if that's your thing. Plus there are some fun seasonal options like the ones that we had. I am a sucker though for sourdough bread, like good sourdough bread, and there was the best ciabatta loaf that we've ever had. I baked that up and it was so soft on the inside and crunchy on the outside. It was perfect. So I actually used the pears that we had ripened on the counter, if you remember that. I made like a turkey pear brie concoction, and then also I paired it with a Tuscan soup later that night. So it was so nice to be able to use that for multiple things, to have something freshly baked and tasting so much better than what you could buy at the store. So if you want to check out Wild Grain, be sure to click on my link in the description and use my code WEEDUM to get $30 off your first box. Plus, you'll get free croissants for life. Don't miss out on their seasonal products. They're the best. All right, collection day is here. There's 2 days actually, and the first day we're not collecting our bucks. Most everybody else is collecting their bucks. So we're just here to help and watch and see what anybody needs help with. So I'm waiting for everybody to arrive. It's gonna be a fun day. So here's the reason why we collect bucks. It's a really important thing for those of us in the goat world who are trying to improve genetics and really want to purchase genetics, ship it here, and see how it helps improve our herd. So we're gonna have Pokey and Romeo collected. I'll probably sell Pokey's semen and I'll hold off on Romeo's until we see his daughters. Everybody else has got a lot more bucks than that they're bringing over. It's gonna be really smelly.
So how it works is we need a doe in heat. So each breeder who's bringing bucks needs to be responsible for bringing a doe or two in heat. That way, between all of them, at least one of them is going to be in a strong enough heat to be able to entice the bucks. This beautiful doe here, this is not Wednesday. This is a doe of my friend Austin's, and her name is Night. Her full name is Amore's Farm. We own the Night. She was the perfect doe. She was screaming because she wanted a buck by her. We had a whole group of smelly bucks tied up to the fence line and ready to go. Lots of beautiful boys with beautiful beards and really stinky pee smelling scent coming from all of them. So we got started and brought each buck over, and we were able to collect quite a few throughout the day. I know what you're wondering. Has a buck ever accidentally bred a doe? No, actually. Brandon from Blue Mountain Genetics, who has been doing this forever, has never once had an accident. So he's pretty good about sneaking in there and getting the sample before he can breed the doe. With some bucks, it takes a little bit more patience. We gotta wait until he's ready to jump. But for the most part, the boys that day did pretty good.
Okay, it's the end of the first day. We're pretty beat. But it was good. We got a lot of different bucks collected. But tomorrow is our day where we get to collect Pokey and Romeo, which we're really excited about. My prediction, Pokey will be difficult, but Romeo's gonna be a perfect angel. We'll see. So the process of a buck getting collected is fascinating. I think it's really, really interesting. First, you put the buck right up to the doe, and you want them to flirt a little bit. Get him excited. So he, give us their kisses and everything. And then the collector gets the, I don't know the name of it, but it's probably not a name I will say on YouTube anyway, but basically gets the device. And then we go out, we bring the buck around to the back side of the doe, and then it happens so quick. He collects from the buck. That's how quickly they breed, if you can believe it. And then he's gonna bring that inside to his little lab. So in the lab, you'll see that the semen is collected at the very end there. He'll pull the device apart and then add a bit of an extender to it, swirl it around, and then he'll move it over to the little microscope, or what we call like an ice sperm, and he'll see how active it's looking right now, fresh. Also just like the volume in general, how much they have. So depending on that assessment, that one collection can be fine, can be enough to fill all that. Usually you collect about 80 of those little straws used for artificial insemination. So usually that can be enough, or they need a few different collections to do that, or a few different what we call jumps to get that done. So depending on the assessment, that buck may need to do more. So today, some bucks did it all in one. Some bucks needed like 4 different jumps to get the volume that they needed to be able to freeze 80 different straws. So I ordered 80 straws for Pokey, just 40 for little Romeo. And our goal tomorrow is to try to hit that volume. So that's what we're looking forward to tomorrow. But tonight, they're out there in the lab. We just finished eating dinner, and now they're going to actually, now that they've did the initial processing of the semen, now they're going to actually freeze it and get it ready in the straws. So we're gonna go out there and we're gonna see what they're doing. We're gonna take a peek, because this is the part that I'm most interested in. This is the part that I don't know anything about. So I really wanna see what goes on behind the curtain. Let's go.
Well, this would be way better if I had Brandon or Ryan explaining this, but unfortunately, you guys just have me. So first, we've got to fill all of these straws. So one buck's collection has got to fill probably about 80 straws or so. They start out by filling up these little containers with liquid nitrogen, because they do like an initial freeze and then a deeper freeze later on, and they got to get this ready first. So first step is pouring their prepared fluid into this little container here. So this is one buck's collection, all ready to be filled up. The straws are all held together by this little device, or at least a packet of them, and he brings it down there, and yeah, he sucks it up. He sucks it up. Now, before you get grossed out, now I think no matter what, you guys are going to get grossed out, but basically there's a stopper that prevents him from actually sucking it up. It's similar to, you know, those little nose suckers that they do for little kids? Yeah. It's the same thing, but each straw gets filled up that way, and then he puts a little wax seal on the end and sets it down. So he works through and fills up each little section of straws to get that buck semen completely filled up. And then they're moved over to these holding tanks. In one tank, they're hovered above, I think he said about an inch above the liquid nitrogen. And then later on, they're submerged. And then Ryan here is going to separate and organize them, which is really hard to do, actually, as you can see. After that, they're moved to the storage tanks, and where they can last forever. Okay, so it was day 2 of the buck collection, and this day is exciting because we get to collect our bucks. The day started, however, with a Nubian buck who would not collect no matter what we did. He just did not like the Nubian doe, and so we brought over a smaller doe to try that out. And yeah, this just shows you how hard it can be to try to get a buck to collect when they're really just not feeling it. So he eventually did collect, but it was a long time trying to get him interested. We moved on to a few other friends' bucks who all did really good. So I had Wednesday and Rose in heat. So trying to get these bucks to jump was actually a little bit difficult because we were trying to find the right doe for them. We ended up bringing both over, and it seemed to help a lot to have 2 different does there. So we brought Mr. Pokey out. He was pretty cool. He finally chilled down and just sat there and loved smelling all that was going on. And we kept Romeo in this little cage here. So it was a lot easier. He was just chilling. And Romeo was a good boy. He immediately jumped her and did his job. For Pokey, he was not interested in the original doe. He wanted to deal with Rose, who was actually his daughter, but don't worry, he doesn't know. They don't know. She was in a much stronger heat, so we were able to get a good collection from him. So as the day went on, quite a few of our bucks all needed 2nd and 3rd jumps to get their full collection. And so as we went throughout the day, it got a little harder because they just weren't quite as interested. So I think in the end, we got Pokey to jump 3 times, and Romeo only needed 2 because I was only getting 40 straws of him. So we decided to go ahead and stop with Pokey, and that was good enough. We got 60 straws, I think, in the end from him, so I was happy with that. And then, to make the day even more exciting, after a whole day of collecting, I decided to go ahead and breed Rose to one of the bucks that had come along for the trip. It was Amberly Hearts of Desert Heart Dairy Goats. She has a buck called Maury's Farm Heartbreaker, and I really, really like him and his dam and his sire. So we decided to go ahead and breed him to Rose. They seem like a really good pair. We've been talking about this for a few months, and I'm glad it all worked out.
Okay. I think we're done for the day. So Pokey ended up getting 60 straws, and then Romeo got 40. So that's about right for their ages. And I think we're gonna stop, because these bucks are tired. They're just They're worn out from doing that many collections, and it's starting to get warm. So I'm making sandwiches for the Blue Mountain folks, for Brandon and Ryan, because they are working right now in their lab trying to process everything, and they don't have time to stop. So I think it was a good day. It was nicer that there were less people today, so we got more. It was a little bit more relaxed for sure. And don't worry, I washed my hands like a million times because, ew. And we're all gonna take showers right now because it's pretty bad, guys. All right, we got food for you.
Oh.
Gatorades.
Thank you.
Okay, it's the end of the long 2 or 3 days of collecting semen. I didn't have to collect it that much, but they did. And they're finally leaving with their trailer and moving on to the next stop. So we're gonna say bye to them real quick. All right, are you guys dead?
Oh my gosh, it's been a long 2 days.
It has been a long 2 days. Well, I've got a lot of footage to show everybody, so it'll be exciting. And
Good, yeah, I saw some of your small posts.
yeah, so
Reels or whatever.
Yeah. So it'll be good. Well, good luck on your next little adventure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin's gonna explain the plan.
I am.
Go. What's your plan?
The goats, you breed them to other goats.
That's just what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So good plan. Okay, so I'm gonna put on the screen what I have planned out for these girls. Now, we've already got Daphne, Lulu, Twyla, and River confirmed pregnant. So we're good. And then we have Cricket bred and Rose just barely bred. So with those two, we're just waiting on the ultrasound. So because Violet's didn't work, that AI didn't work, I think I did it too early. So with Violet and Wednesday, I'm going to breed them right when they come into heat soon here. So those ones should be easy. And then the last 3 girls will be bred throughout October. Okay, so I decided to breed we decided to breed Violet to Romeo instead. Do you remember why? That was a better option. Why?
Because he is different. We already know what's going to happen with Pokey. We already have that.
Yeah, we do.
Example.
For sure.
So now we're going to just get a little bit different example. So see if it's a different rump. See if it's a different udder. You know? Yeah,
totally. And also, so we can keep dolings and we can start saying, oh, we can say this is what he produces.
Oh yeah.
Because we don't have that yet. So originally I was like, oh, maybe we'll breed Romeo, maybe we won't. But then since we did the buck collection, I realized we need proof of this little boy. And the only proof we're gonna get is if we breed him to does. So he's already bred Cricket. He will breed Violet, and then I think that's it, Cricket and Violet. So that'll be 2 extremes there. So I knew I would get this question on what we're gonna do with the straws. I think we got 60 from Pokey, 40 from Romeo. So I decided to take just a few of them, maybe like 10, and keep them in my tank. And then the rest I'm keeping with Blue Mountain Genetics so that I can sell them through their website, and if anybody wants them, they can get them there. It's not as much like trying to sell the semen as much as it is just wanting to get their genetics out so that you can get that those samples, what's the word? So you can get that proof back. You can see what do they produce in other herds as well. I was a little hesitant with Romeo because I'm like, do I want to offer this buck to other people since I haven't even proven him out yet? But he comes from 2 really nice goats of mine, and other people were bugging me to go ahead and list him. So I decided to go ahead and do that with little Romeo, and we'll see what happens. But I have realized that I really need to start AI a lot sooner if I really want to get a couple tries in.
Yeah.
Because with Violet, the problem is because I bred her a little bit later, the end of August, I really could only get 1 cycle in, and then it's like too late. And now I really need to live breed her and not try another AI. Otherwise we're getting into April kids, and I really don't want April kids next year.
Yeah.
It's too hot and it's too close to a show that I really want to go to. So I think it's more important to get Violet bred this year, and then next year I'll start right away, August 1st. I'm gonna start AIing a group of girls that I think are gonna be good for that, and then we'll.
Yeah.
So you learn more each year, but at least we've had one AI success. I would love to AI more, but I think if they don't work, it would push us back too far. So that's it for this year. The rest are just gonna be live breedings, and we gotta figure out still who we're gonna breed Bella to, which we don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. The end, good plan.
Thank you. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. We're so excited because it's finally getting below 100 degrees here. We are throwing a party. If you want to watch the video where we AI Twyla, click right here.